Let's get the short stream going. Hello, shorts chat. Hello, hello. You are now live. Glad to have you here. Hello, hello. We are back, and we're gonna go. You don't want it too small? Don't make it itty bitty. Just make it like about my size mine is now. Like I think that's nice and small. I've seen people with bigger ones. I've seen people about this size. I think this is a good size, and you can kind of stuff it into any corner you need to stuff it into. Anyways, let's jump on in, guys. Let's jump on in. And here you are back in town away from the woods with no one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. Okay. Okay, Stella, why the hell would you ask if we could walk home? I hope you don't mind me asking, but why on earth did you want to walk home? They seem a little bit amazed by everything. They keep an eye on me. Are they for real? I can't say I'm surprised. Why'd I ever agree to go into the woods? How are you holding up? Okay, we're still going to be nice. We're going to be nice. I want to answer this one. I want to ask this one. I hope you don't mind me asking, but why on earth did you want to walk home? That's a fair question. I've just had some bad experience with cars. I don't know how to drive them, and I don't like getting into them unless it's literally a question of life or death. Which I guess tonight was. Sorry if I weirded you out. God, what a night. I wonder if something happened to her parents in the car. That's my guess. Let's do that one. That means death. Hello, Gaster. How you doing? I can't believe they were waiting until morning to even start looking for him. Who knows what those things are doing to his body right now? I believe that they are well-intentioned, if in over their heads. And what's worse is I think they imply that you're a suspect, even after we showed them... What up, Pop-Tart Snake? How you doing? How you doing? Even after we showed them all that footage. Even the nest. The truth will get out. They have to pin it on someone. I'm screwed, remain silent. The truth will get out. What up, Kage? The truth will get out. Even if they don't believe that footage, those things are out there in the woods. And something's telling me they're not going away. Yeah, no kidding. Okay, it's okay. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you. Nor will I, though I have a little understanding of police work. By the way, Gretchen Chat is the dog. We can talk to the animals, and that's Gretchen is the dog. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll never hold up in court. And it won't get to that point either, because we're going to do a little investigating of our own. We've got to find out more about those things. If we can get clearer footage, or better yet, trap one of them, there's nobody that can blame you for what happened. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have and never came across anything like this. There is someone in town who might have some useful information. My friend's mom. Her place isn't far. We should head over there before it gets any later. Let's do it. Sure, I should check on Tabitha. What up, Bamboo Wolf? How you doing? You can talk to this amount. Let's do it. She is my favorite so far. So we're going to be nice. We're going to be nice to all of them. But we're going to do our best to make sure she does not die. Because I'm pretty sure all of them can die horrible deaths. Awesome, let's go. I'm glad you're sticking out with us. It's always so nice to have an extra companion. I know we really haven't seen many of them, but she's still my favorite. How have you been? I've been good. I just played a demo for... I was blessed and lucky enough to be given a key, early access key to an upcoming Serenity Forge game. It was so good. It was so good. I'm gonna make a video on it and upload it when the demo actually releases and the embargo releases. But it's so good. You're all good, Kage. You're all good. I hope she's still awake. There's something foul creeping up behind us. HulkingEnigma. Can't wait. Yeah. Is that the dude who just got his head blown off? Is that Duke? You and Stella turned to see a shadowy figure standing at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. Welcome home. Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An older woman stands in the entryway. Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight. You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared into the shadows of the night. I'm sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? And who is this? I'm with Forsyth. This is HulkingEnigma. Is it okay if we come in? Of course, of course. You're in luck. I just put on water for hibiscus tea. And for goodness sake, you can call me Sylvie. You're an adult now, after all. Welcome to my little nook. This place always has the loveliest aroma. It's nice to finally meet you, HulkingEnigma. I was so sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul. How does she know? How does she know who I am? And she'll, unless she just guessed that because I'm new. Unless she's totally been missing the holler. And now poor Pearl Ann is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you could need while you're in town. Okay, chat. Also, if you weren't here last stream, we got boiled peanuts, and we have literally been able to offer these boiled peanuts to everyone. And so we're going to continue the streak of offering these boiled peanuts to absolutely everyone. You hold out your bag of peanuts as a gift to Sylvie. She offered you and still a tea, after all, and it's only polite you offer something in return. Oh my, thank you for the kind offer, dear, but I'm afraid it's far too late for me to have something so salty. Who was that outside? You knew my mom? How did you know that my mom died? I've never met Pearl Ann. You don't have to pass on your condolences. I have no. That's not what we're going to say. Who was that outside? Just a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him. You knew my mom? Of course, dear. She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. You should come by sometime. I can delight you with unsavory tales of her youth. What up, Utopia? How you doing? How you doing, Utopia? How did you know that she died? Oh, Pearly Ann was a chatty woman. Not much went on that I wouldn't get an earful of, bless her heart. I'm not going to say that. That's not nice. We need your help. Ah, yes. I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time. What's got you here so late? You seem troubled. Well, we just saw a man's head get blown off by these weird, monstrous creatures. You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff? Go on. Duke was killed tonight by something in the woods. What's up, Nate? How you doing? What's up? How you doing, Nate? Oh my lord. Have you contacted the police? Yes, and they didn't take it very seriously. They're not even looking for the body until tomorrow morning. Those things out there, I don't even know how to describe them. Here, I can show you. Stella pulls out a memory card from her sleeve and pops it into her phone. This must have been why she was so quick to hand over her camera. 1 second, chat. Hope y'all are doing good, chat. Hope y'all are doing good. I was just about to let the police hold on to this. I wasn't just about to let the police hold on to this. At least not before we had a chance to make a copy. Just picking her nose. Like that, chat. Does that ruin the immersion of the game, chat? Pick some noses. Wait, I was about to try to pick the dog's nose, but you can't. Smooth. The cops are gonna be mad when I find that out. I can't believe you're holding evidence. Say nothing. Smooth. The cops wouldn't know what to do with that footage anyway. Imagine if they accidentally erased it. Exactly. I'll give it to them if they ask again, but for now, we can examine the footage for ourselves. The pin tips? No, you can see that too. I can see that too. Where was this? Up the mountain to the northwest. Within the town limits? Yes. I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger and louder if you can? It's because she's old, chat. She can't hear and see very well. I need to plug the memory card into a computer. I can go back and get mine. No need. Kaneka? I don't think that's how you pronounce that. Kanika? Probably Kanika. Because Kaneka is a sausage brand. And that's not how it's spelled. That's probably Kanika. Should still be awake. She can lend us hers. Kanika, we are seeing Kanika. You better come with us, Stella. I'm sure she'll be more than willing to help a friend than her nosy mother. What up, Danny? Once again, chat, Gretchen is the dog. We can talk to animals in this one. The teapot, yeah, I was wondering how long that teapot was going to go. Kanika, come out. We could use a little help. What, Mom? Oh, hey, Stella. And Gretchen. Who's a good potato? It kind of does look like a potato. Um, Kanika, it's me. Am I the good? Is it me? Am I the good potato? I certainly hope I am. And a stranger? What are you doing in my house? I'm so good at boiled peanuts. You hold out your boiled peanuts. Generosity is the best way to make new friends. Chat, I need a boiled peanut emote. We need chat. I need to ask some. We need boiled. I need. Okay, hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. Is I Hate My Waifu streamer a dating sim? Kinda. Kinda. In a way. Hold on, chat. I'm asking a question. Me holding a bag of boiled peanuts. Weird question. I know. But it is important. I know. That's exactly what I'm doing, Kage. Perfect. Epic. That's exactly what I'm doing, Kage. Okay, we're getting an emote of me handing out a bag of boiled peanuts. And that's going to be whenever we get new people in chat or we get new people in the Discord, we're going to spam the boiled peanut emote. That's what we're going to be doing from now on. No. Tabitha's cousin. Oh, great. Sweetie, we were wondering if we could borrow your laptop. Stella and her friend have a video to show us. It's really important, Kanika. Okay. My room's a mess. I'll just bring it out there. Poppy 5 has got 2 new characters. Heck to the yeah. I'll check it out after this. I'm gonna add a bottle of Coke for those boiled peanuts. You better believe it. I will add a bottle of Coca-Cola to anything. Heads up, Kanika. This is graphic. Duke got killed out in the woods tonight. It's on the recording. Wait, are you serious? Duke's dead? Silence washes over the room as the video plays. Stella, what the hell is this? I kind of wish we could see the video. I know we already saw it, but still. This is far beyond my ability to contribute. I'll leave the thinking to you humans. I'm sorry either of you had to see this, but HulkingEnigma and I have no idea how to make heads or tail of it. Stella, are you okay? I'm fine. Really, I'm okay. I'm fine too, thanks for asking. Well, I'm not fine. Remain silent. I'm not going to say anything. I feel like that she doesn't like me. Also, Sailor Moon shirt, chat. Still, Stella in the Mothman shirt is still the absolute best, right here. Mothman shirt trumps Sailor Moon shirt. I'm sorry. But it absolutely does. I'm going to remain silent. Poor Duke. Poor Bo. Has anyone told him yet? We talked to the police. I hope they told Bo, but Earl and Deputy Franklin didn't seem to be in much of a hurry to do anything. I'll call him later tonight. As the ultimate Sailor Moon fan, I had a feeling you would disagree. But it's Mothman. Come on, it's Mothman. Just wait till the Sailor Moon Mothman collab. But for now, we have something far more serious to discuss. I agree. I didn't like Duke anyways. I agree. Those things are still out there. And as long as they are, more people are in danger. So very true, but not for reasons you think. My grandmother used to talk about a pale creature called the ditchlings. Ditchlings. She always said they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. Mothman is pretty cool, Nate. Come on, Mom. Whatever's doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and HulkingEnigma with that Tally Po crap. I don't know what that is. Kanika, sweetie, let your mother talk. Fought Dracula. You know, I'm a fan. I'd be a fan. She always said they never hurt people, despite that grisly scene in the woods. But Duke is dead. Then if these are ditchlings, his death was an accident. Or my grandmother was wrong, and she was very rarely wrong. Just as birds flock before a storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to fall. To see so many in one place Sylvie holds her silence. You know why people hate Little Minus 3? Because it's not made by the same people. And they expected it to be exactly like the other games, and since it's not, they don't like it. Which, granted, it's not a perfect game, but the hate it's getting is not deserved. Yes, Mom, haven't they already been through enough? It's okay, Kanika. This is helpful. I don't know if it is. Okay, let's focus on what we know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to these animals. You saw that nest. What are these growths? Maybe they were here for Duke? No. Talk to animals. The animals called them gardeners, not ditchlings. All the infected animals we met felt like they were going insane. I love how, like, these little things... I'm gonna do this one. The animals called them gardeners, not ditchlings. What? That's upsettingly morbid. That being said, it kind of reflects what they're doing, doesn't it? Did you see all those open wounds on that spiral nest? It's like they were incubating in the local wildlife. There weren't any growths there, so maybe we're looking at some sort of parasitic larva stage, like a really big doughy wasp. It is, Nate. No. So Supermassive Studios made 3. And people were mad because they wanted Tarzu Studio to make it, and Supermassive Studios is taking it a slightly different direction than Tarzu Studios probably would have taken it. And they wanted all this certain stuff, and I don't know. It wasn't a bad game. It really wasn't. I need to make a review video on it. Like, it really was not a bad game. It just wasn't this along. It was like it was just different enough from the first two. Like they added different story. The story elements were very different. And some people don't like that they're adding more story to the whole universe, which is silly to me because I love the story. But who knows? Oh dear, I forgot entirely about the tea I put on. Let me fix a couple of cups. I'll help you soothe your nerves. I don't know. It's getting late, and I should let HulkingEnigma get some rest. I ran him ragged today with the hiking and running through the woods in terror. I can keep going. I'm still wired. Yeah, let's do it. I can keep going. I'm still wired. Okay, maybe it's that I'm eager to get home and start doing some research. I'll ask around my usual forums to see if anyone has any information on ditchlings. Is that what you called them? That's right. You go on home now and do try to get some rest. Don't stay up all night on the online. Let me get you some of my house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonders to soothe the soul. Bye, Stella. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kaneka. I'll see you. Oh, Kanika, not Kaneka. Bye, HulkingEnigma. Later. It's excellent. I star warmed, though with nights getting chillier, warm will probably be best. Helps wake up the bones. Be careful out there, both of you. Sylvie turns and closes the door behind her. What an unfortunately short visit. All right, let's call it a night. Mind walking me home? I got you, girl. I think you can romance some of these characters, and if that's true, and I'm pretty sure it is. We're obviously going to try to romance her first, because YouTuber, cryptid lover, come on, chat. And here we are. You're welcome to stay the night if you want. I should probably head back before Tabitha has conniption. I should probably head back and check on Tabitha. Nah, I think I need some time alone. Heck yes, sleep. Oh, hell yeah, sleepover. Thanks, I'm terrified of being alone tonight. Thanks, I'm terrified of seeing Tabitha. That's not... I agree, Nate. I think we're going to stay. Because that's probably her path, right? Staying the night is probably her path. Let's do this one. It's been so long since I was a sleepover. Honest. Awesome. If I'm being honest, not being alone tonight is a weight off my chest. Yay! We ended episode 1 at Stella's. So, that was, I'm hoping, the correct path. I went here and I remembered your scheduled stream thing that I got when I was watching with DDLC shorts. Heck yeah. Rock on. I hope you liked the short. Hopefully it was one of the newer ones, not one of the older ones with really bad audio. Even if it was, as long as you knew, got some cool information, that's awesome. But welcome to the stream. We're playing a spooky game, a spooky visual novel. This one's actually really good. This one's called Scarlet Hollow, and it's made by the same people who made Slay the Princess, if you know that game, and it's really good. So far, we've seen somebody get their head blown off, and these weird, strange creatures that we don't really know what they are. How she was designed to stand out. Yeah, that was one of my. That was one of the first ones, I believe. The very first one I made was the one about the Yuri's poem, her very questionable poem. Which, in fact, if you ever watch the newer version of that short, the person who voice acted Yuri is currently in my main forum stream right now, chatting. But glad to have you here. Hopefully, if you like DDLC, you'll probably like this game too. One, because it's a psychological horror VN, and it's really good so far. Okay. It doesn't take long for Stella to fix up the guest room for you. While it's certainly smaller than its counterpart at the estate, it's far better cared for. It's so exciting to have a guest. I can't remember the last time we had company. Make yourself at home. Okay. But she doesn't end with I. Yes, that is true. There's actually another short. I think it was a much later short where I talked about the names, because I had a lot of people say that too, and a lot of people kept saying how, which I don't know if this was intentional or not. Her last name starts with an I, and the rest's last name ends with an I, and the rest of them end with an A, and all and together it's AI. I feel like that probably wasn't intentional, but we'll see. I think I said that backwards. Monica ends with an A, the rest end with an I. Okay. Who's that guy? So Sylvie's, what do you make of all this? You didn't have to do all this. I should probably try calling Tabitha. Alright, I'm gonna hit the hay. I probably will call Tabitha, because we don't want her to hate us. Slay the Princess was pretty great. It was. It was. I love Slay the Princess. In fact, literally, this came in the other day. Look at this chat. You believe in Monica and Yuri supremacy? Look at this chat. What did I just pull this out on? Oh, I pulled it out on I pulled out on a pretty good one. Look at this art. Look at this art, chat. It is cut from the same cloth. Like the same artists, the same musicians, the same like developers made this game. It's a good book, man. They also have a new. They also are starting to do plushies for Slay the Princess. And the first one they have is the Witch, and I'm like, oh, if I had money to just waste, I would totally get that, and it'd be behind me right now. Okay, let's see. What do you make all of this? Gosh, I don't even know where to begin. Those creatures out there, and Duke is dead. I know that some of the things Sylvie said were a little wild, but if she is right and they are an omen, maybe we can change things and stop whatever's brought them here before it happens. I don't know what to think. It couldn't hurt to poke around town. How do you get to... You have to see the Sayori scenes, you can only see her scenes during school. You can't go... Like, Sayori will not go... Like, you can't go to her house. Or she can't come to your house. Like Natsuki and Yuri. So, like, Natsuki has the baking, Yuri has the drawing of the banner. You can't... There's not one for Sayori. But you can see new Sayori scenes at the school by doing her... words. Which is, like, a list of them all over the place. We actually have a guy in the other chat, too. His name's Eli. He knows a lot. Like, his favorite character is Sayori. He probably knows most of the words, if he can tell you, too. It couldn't hurt to poke around. I have the time. Agreed. Who is that guy? There was something really off about him. Wayne? I haven't really gotten to know the guy. I think he works in the mines. It might be worth looking into him. You're forever mad? Look, I get it. There's a lot of mods that let you do that, though, with Monica. If you're interested in mods. You didn't have to do all this. You don't have to worry about that. I'm glad the guest room is finally getting some use. I should probably try calling Tabitha. Right, she'd probably like to know you're not dead. Get some rest, HulkingEnigma. I'll see you in the morning. I'm on the verge of passing out myself. What an exciting, if terrible day. Welcome back, Eli. You pause your phone and call your cousin. It rings for a moment before she picks up. Where the hell have you been? I called you. I called you back. I texted you back. Do you know anyone named Wayne? There's. Good lord, this is hanging up on her. I watched a man die tonight. Hi, Tabby. I love the choices. They're so different. I love these choices. I met this girl in town and we hit it off. I got suckered into something. It was weird. None of your business. I want to leave. Oh, these are amazing. I called you back. I texted you back as soon as I had reception. Did you? I didn't notice. Do you know anyone named Wayne? You feel a slight. Ooh. You feel a slight of a palpable hesitation before Tabitha answers. I employ over 100 people. I'm sure I know a Wayne. She knows a Wayne, chat. You hesitated before answering about Wayne. It's late, HulkingEnigma, and you never came home. I'm sorry that your random question and accusations caught me off guard. Now, are you going to tell me where you've been or not? Was it due for the knife girl? No, you're not the only one. A lot of people get mad about that. There was someone playing the piano in the sealed off wing of the estate. Are you serious? I specifically told you not to go in there. It's dangerous. Ugh, and I'm sure there wasn't anyone playing a piano. You probably just heard a possum or something. The estate's infested with the damn things. Oh, there's actually a possum living in my drawers. His name is Dustin. Freaking Dustin, man. And what do you want me to do about it? If that's a rhetorical question, don't bother answering. I watched a man die tonight. I met a girl in town and we hit it off. Sorry, I met this girl in town. We ended up hitting it off. We went on this night hike to find cryptids. Ah, so you met Stella then. Ugh, that explains everything. And she's gotten you all worked up. I'm going to bed. I'll collect you tomorrow. Oh, Tabitha. I don't think Tabitha's going to ever like us. From the comfort of Stella's guest bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else, though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe and you're warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in a normal world, have a relaxing week in the mountains with a new friend. It's nice though, but deep down, you can't help but worry that things will only get worse from behind closed doors. You can faintly hear the sounds of quiet sobs. Aww. Stella's crying. That's chapter 1, I'm pretty sure. I guess this has to be us going to chapter 2. Oh, hello. Hello, eyeballs. Oh, yeah, this is definitely chapter 2. I like this. I like this a lot. The little animated sections. I'm half expecting something weird to be like in the background. Who is this? I don't know who this is. It's some new guy we haven't seen before. Oh, there's blood chant. Somebody's dead. Oh. Is something gonna come out of... Yep, that's what I figured. Oh, dude, this is interesting. I know. Some pumpkins. Who wants some pumpkin pie, chat? Anybody want some pumpkin pie? Some pumpkin spice latte, chat? Oh, that door looks very inviting. Or maybe this was the end. I bet this was the end. Yeah, Scarlet Hollow. That was just the beginning of the game, chat. That was chapter 1. Episode 2. Oh, whoa! Finish episode 1. Finish episode 1 with street smart as one of your traits. Finish episode 1 talk to animals as one of your traits. Okay, so there's so many achievements in this game. If I continue with this world state in episode 2, please save your game now. Okay. We have a lot of saves already. Would you like to see a recap episode 1 before you start episode 2? No. You open your eyes. The sun has risen, the birds are singing, you're still alive, and for now, you are safe. Your gaze wanders across the unfamiliar room to the window and the woods beyond, and you wonder if the monsters are lurking just beyond your trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the comfort of your new friend's family home. You can't help but remember Duke, something at the tree, pieces of him scattered across the clearing. You can refresh yourself on the events of the previous days using the journal icon on the quick menu. Oh! Major decisions! I know it's... Nate, I agree. I actually really like the... I really like that. Okay, so this tells us major decisions. So if we play that, when we play the game again, this is the stuff that we can do different. We took some boiled peanuts from a stranger and we've offered them to everybody. We met Dustin, cool guy, the possum that lives in my dresser, snuck into the forbidden wing of the estate, ate something terrible but thankfully puked it away from judgy eyes, went cryptid hunting with Stella, witnessed Duke die in the woods and called the police, met Stella's friend Kanika and her mother Sylvie and learned about the ditchlings, crashed at Stella's, called... Chat, I feel like every one of these will change something drastically. That's insane. This game has so many like replayability. Natsuki's my favorite out of all of them. I thought her personality was the most, and story was the most interesting, and I wish there was more to her story. Continue. A knock on the front door. Your morbid thoughts are interrupted by a distinctly unhappy voice filtering through the house and past the closed door of your bedroom. Where the hell is HulkingEnigma? Oh, hey, Tabby. There's a fresh pot of coffee on the table if you want to come in. No, I'm just here to check in on my cousin. Let's make this quick. I have a lot on my plate today. You're barely decent. It might be mildly scandalous if people saw you like this. Hey, some people are trying to sleep in here. Saunter out half clothed. Finish getting dressed. Oh. I really want to do this one. I really want to do this one. We might do this one, and if it ends badly, I might go back and finish getting dressed. But I kind of really want to do this one. You might not be fully decent, but you're not allowed to let that stop you from being a part of this conversation. Put some clothes on. Morning, how did you sleep? Gretchen excited. Oh, Gretchen. That's the dog. I thought we were talking about her for a split second. Gretchen excited looks at you and wiggles her tail. I simply must say, what a joy it is to see that you are finally up. I do hope you're well rested and that you don't mind our most unfortunate guest. What exactly did the two of you get up to last night? We went up to the woods to film a video. No, not that part. The cops called this morning and told me all about that. They did? What did they say? Did they find Duke? They didn't find a body, if that's what you're asking, but apparently he never went home last night. And they had quite a few questions about you, HulkingEnigma. Don't worry. I told them you were an upstanding citizen. You should remember that kindness next time you think about blowing me off to spend the night with a stranger. What up, Dasan? How you doing? Hey, don't be so hard on HulkingEnigma. I asked him to crash here. And look, I don't care what the cops think, Tabby. There's something horrible out in those woods, and I don't think anyone in this room wanted HulkingEnigma walking up that mountain alone last night. I know, man. It's good to have you back. Stella, would you mind giving me a moment alone with my cousin? And while you're at it, please stop calling me Tabby. We're not in high school anymore. Yeah, alright. You're not going to let her treat my dearest Stella like that, are you, HulkingEnigma? This is an important one. Isn't Stella house star Stella? I think we should let her stay. Stella stays. Come on, Tabby. No berating the guests in the Richmond house. Whatever. I really don't care if you're here for this. You've been in town for less than a day, and my stress is already through the roof. I mean, I get it. Stella got you all worked up, and you were too scared to walk home. Sure, whatever. That checks out. But I don't care if those woods are full, chock full of ghosts and ghosties. Ghouls and ghosties. You had me worried sick. What is this game? This game is called Scarlet Hollow, and is a psychological horror visual novel. Made by the same people who made Slay the Princess. It's pretty good so far. The craziest thing that's happened so far is a man's got his head blown off. And what up? Definitely not Mona. Man, women, am I right? Yeah, freaking women. Tabitha's a great character. Tabitha's great. I mean, not as good as Stella. Stella's like top dog, but Tabitha's pretty funny. I'm doing really good. I just played before stream, did a demo of a brand new game coming out, and it was so good. It was so good. I'm gonna make a video on it that's gonna release. I think on the 27th is when the embargo is released, and I can show stuff off of it. I missed something. Yeah, how did you miss that was such the key part of the stream? Yeah, Eli, you did. He got his head blown off when the monsters attacked last stream. Yes, we are playing games tonight. Totally new, never seen before commenter. From now on, you're back at the estate by bedtime. No impromptu sleepovers. Street smarts. Also, like I mentioned, there's perks you can pick in the beginning of the game, and they change things. So, like, you see street smarts, which I picked. So I generally will probably pick one of these, unless it's really mean. Which I'm gonna do this one. I'll be home tonight. I promise. Good. That phase. Oh, that's such a good phase. That is such a good phase. Is DDLC dead? I mean, no. They literally just got an insane amount of people to buy the same game 4 times for a physical copy. So no, it is absolutely not dead. A lot of people thought what Serenity Forge was hinting about recently was about DDLC or about Project Libitina, but it's actually about the game I played a little bit ago called Fractured Blossoms. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's called here. I'll show you. Let me show you. I'm not going to show you the demo, but I'm going to show you my thumbnail for it because I think it's really good. Personally, I think it's really good. Let me show you this. This is it. This is a really good thumbnail in my opinion. But this is called Fractured Blossoms, and this is literally the thumbnail that I'm going to use for it. It is really good. Like, it is really good. Good. I'm glad we could have this talk. Also, that smiles. That's the scariest thing I've seen so far. Hopefully, you'll treat my time with respect it deserves from here on out. Speaking of, I've got places to be. I'd better see you back at the estate tonight. Yep, Fractured Blossoms. So this is how somebody described Fractured Blossoms. DDLC meets Silent Hill. And I'm not gonna lie, I can kind of see it. Like I got early access to the demo. That's what I like. I got a code for early access. It's because I've played and done a lot of like DDLC content, Slay the Princess. I've done a lot of Serenity Forge content, Needy Streamer, and so they sent me the code. And my gosh, it's so good. It's gonna get crazy dark. It's gonna get crazy dark, and I'm excited. Yes, this Mona. Oh, such a mystery. Wait, Tabby, let me know if you're free sometime, okay? Tabitha sighs. You're relentless. We'll see, but don't get your hopes up. Hey, you good? Sorry about Tabby. She totally blindsided me. You know, so embarrassing. You shouldn't let Tabitha treat you like that. There's nothing you could have done to stop her. I think she means well. I'm good, but how are you? That was a little tense. Let's do that one. We'll see. I really hope it does. Like, the demo rocked me. Like, it's a farming sim Psychological horror, anime girl, like all that stuff merged into one. And the demo got really crazy really fast. And I'm like, it was like, whoa. I think it'll be good. How are you? That was a little tense. I think we're in the same boat. I probably should have known Tabby would have been stressed about you spending the night here, but I haven't seen her in a while. There's 10 of us? That's true. That's true. I didn't think she'd actually come all the way down here. In 6, this is probably the longest interaction I've had with her since high school. Anyways, sorry for that rude awakening. I'd been up for a little while, but I was hoping to let you get a little extra sleep. But you're up now, and we got a full day ahead of us if we're going to get to the bottom of this. A full day ahead of us? That sounds like it's walking time to me. How are you so chipper? You shouldn't be this okay right now. I guess I'm pretty good at compartmentalizing things. What happened out in the woods last night was horrific, but right now, we have something important to focus on. I'll have time to process what happened to Duke when we get to the bottom of things. You shouldn't bury your feelings like that. We're gonna make her open up to us, chat. We're gonna make her open up to us. You missed multiple streams. You're all good, Dasan. An older PC. What are we getting? Floppy of a bait and switch horror? Maybe. Maybe. But you shouldn't base what happened to you like that would mess with anyone. I get that, but I'm fine, really. At least for now. I can process things on my own time. I want to ask the other miners about Wayne. Alright, boss, what's the game plan? Do we have to look and stuff? What if we just skip town and ride things out? Alright, boss, what's the game plan? What up, Eric? Stella is the best, Eric. Stella is absolutely the best. And she is like, it is my goal to keep her alive. That is my goal. Everyone else in this town can die, but Stella is going to survive for my main playthrough. Alright, boss, what's the game plan? Oh, don't call me boss. We're partners in this. She really is. She's a YouTuber who hunts cryptids, which is freaking awesome in the first place. But like, she is my favorite so far. But we haven't met all the characters yet, so we'll see. First things first, I was hoping to swing by the library. Kanika has got a head start on us. It looks like she's already there. Oh, that reminds me. Let me set up a group chat. What's your number? That's right, girl. That's a smooth way to get my number. You need to exchange numbers. A text message from Stella and you, Stella to you and Kanika. It reads group chat. Hopefully we can find out more things about ditchlings from some of the older local books there. I've also got a couple of threads cooking on my cryptid forums, but who knows if that'll pan out. Anyways, daylight's burning. Let's roll out as soon as you finish getting dressed. Can I eat first? Yeah, Nate, exactly. She like goes out and hunts. Like last night, the two of us went out hunting for the swamp ape, and that's like she was doing it for her channel, and the two of us went together, and that's what she's going for. That pug has seen a lot, and that's Gretchen, and we can talk to Gretchen because we can talk to animals. Bugs were a mistake. I mean, there's something. Don't worry about it. I packed all sorts of snacks for the day, and Oscar totally won't mind if we eat at the library. Okay, you get dressed and head into town. I really want to check real fast. No major decisions. Oh, those are Monday. We're not going to see the new ones, I bet. That pug. I mean, look at the face, chat. Look at that face. Look, this pug has seen things. This pug has seen a lot of things. Right there. A lot of things. Swamp Ape is a good one. Swamp Ape is a real good one. That's Bigfoot's. That's Bigfoot's smelly cousin. That's pretty much Bigfoot's cousin who doesn't shower. So it's Bigfoot's Reddit moderator cousin. The walk to town was short. Scylla's house is barely a stone throws away from what remains of Scarlet Hollow's once bustling main street. See, okay? She is more than okay. We're like BFFs. She's actually great. She just looked kind of funky. Skunk Ape? Did I call it the Swamp Ape? If I did, my bad. It is the Skunk Ape. No, it takes place in North Carolina. You shudder as you stare down the thoroughfare, both from chilling in the morning air and the all too present memories of everything you witnessed last night. You see that building labeled Town Hall? That's actually the library. Well, it's also the Town Hall, but that's just a small upstairs office nowadays. I guess this town is not what it used to be. And our mayor really isn't going on walks. I think there's actually going to be a meet and greet later this week. Could just be the pick me up we need. What with everything that's been going on. Stella may be fond of him, but I certainly didn't vote for that beast. That's Gretchen, by the way, because we can talk to animals. So every time you see Gretchen talking, that's who it is. Also, be sure to at me if you need me to respond to something, especially since people are talking back and forth between each other. Pug, it's Gretchen to you, Guts. It's Gretchen. Talk to animals. Gretchen doesn't seem to care for him. All right, I know you've joked about it a couple times now, but I'm actually starting to believe you can understand her. Gretchen absolutely can't stand Mayor Jimmy. Is it the same Deb? Yes, it is, Eric. It is the exact same Deb. The same artist, the guy who wrote the story is the same. The music is the same by the same guy, I think. All of it's the same. The pug speaks to me because I speak to animals, which was actually an amazing choice because, good lord, we learned a lot from speaking to animals in this one. The thing looks miserable. It's making it so far. Slay the princess? Heck yeah! Slay the princess. Same devs as this game, and you can see like the similar art style. We'll see what I pull up this. That's not good. That's not a good page. That's not any princess on that page. Let's find a princess. Let's find a good princess, chat. Hey, there's the witch. Everybody likes the witch. You can kind of see similar art styles. I feel like I'm going to show this book for like the next few streams. Oh, it's Avery. We met Avery at the restaurant, and that's the old lady who we met last night. Oh, hey. Morning, Stella, and same to you, HulkingEnigma. Speak of the devil, we were just talking about you. I'm willing to bet Avery is probably another date option, and I'm willing to bet, since we're going for Stella, Avery's gonna die. I'm just saying that now, chat. I'm just saying it now. Coming from Stella's, huh? Did y'all have a slumber party? Sorry, y'all, but I'm actually in a bit of a rush this morning. I really can't stop the chat. It'll take me a bit to set up. If you want to catch up with the folks or grab something at the diner, you can meet me at the library when you're done. I think we're going to stick with Stella, obviously, for this playthrough. Like, I'm only playing a bunch of them. Probably not all on stream. Some on stream, but eventually we'll play like a character that goes after, like, you know, finds all the achievements and sees everything and stays here and goes with Avery and Sylvie. But for now, I think we're going to go with Stella. Gesture that you'll catch up with Avery and Sylvie. You gesture towards Avery and Sylvie and give Stella a thumbs up. Wait, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. I did something wrong. Load. We're gonna have to click through some things, chat. I should have saved. Oh well, chat. We can now talk. I should have saved. I should have saved there, chat. Whoopsie daisy. Pick the worst option to show you're not afraid to be yourself. People have confidence. Look, there's some like really bad options. Like there's some mean options on this, and I'm really excited. What's the game plan? Okay. Let's do that. Let's go. Let's go. Gretchen doesn't like him. Yeah, no, let's just, getting an early start seems important. Cool, that works for me. See you later, Avery. Bye, Miss Forsyth. And maybe talking with them, I could have just, I have a feeling that might have just given us extra lore Like, but there's also a chance that would have changed something. Like we would have missed something with Stella, because that's how this game seems to be working. If you don't go with someone, you miss certain things. And so since it wants us to stay there, um, I think that's the game plan. But also since it's an explore, that's generally lore options. But some of the explorers can change the game, so that's why we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Also, I don't know what's going on here, but it looks like a lot of fun. And what a picture to hang up on a wall, chat. What a picture. You and Sailor enter the former town hall. What once must have been a stately foyer has since been converted into rows of shelves, and meeting rooms and offices long ago gave way to assorted references, collections, and reading areas. Kaneka quietly waves, Kanika, not Kaneka, quietly waves at you and Stella from her table. All right, let's get settled. We also met her last night during the first chapter, Kanika. Yeah. Hey, y'all look tired. My goodness, whatever happened to common decency? You can't go around telling someone they look unwell. You look marvelous, HulkingEnigma. That's right, Gretchen. That's right, Gretchen. There's a chance she dies too, chat. Don't get too attached. We're not trying to save her. We're trying to save Stella. Also, Gretchen could have died last night, but we saved her. It was hard to fall asleep last night. I sleep well. I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'm pretty amped up, actually. I've never done a Scooby-Doo before. Kanika, can you just... I'm pretty amped up, actually. I've never done a Scooby-Doo before. Gretchen's face. I know they are. I mean, just look at it. Like, these would make some good emotes. These would make some great emotes. Yeah, there's not been anyone ugly yet. Well, Duke was a little ugly last night, but his head was half blown off, so... And well, the animals that had the massive growths on their neck didn't look very cute, but you know, they had massive growths plumping out of their face. Not killing anyone? No, I'm not. I can't kill anyone. Well, I take that back. I got Duke killed, I'm pretty sure, but that's because we saved Gretchen. But we're not going to even try to save anyone but Stella. Now, granted, if we have a chance to do both, we'll do both. But I don't think we can physically kill anyone. I'm still amped up on adrenaline, actually. I've never done a Scooby-Doo before. Some creepy old guy with a real estate scheme and a bad costume is at least a little more believable than monsters and curses. Wouldn't that be a relief? And if HulkingEnigma's antics are anything to go by, we've already got our talking dog. I do wish you could understand me, Stella. Anyways, I guess we should get started. I'll be doing most of my research online, but I went ahead and put together some books that might be helpful. On the top of the local text covering the history of Scarlet Hollow, there are also volumes on cryptids and Appalachian folklore. Ah, thanks, Kanika. I thought you didn't believe in supernatural stuff, Kanika. What's with all the folklore? Reach for a... Let's do that one. Even if that's what we're dealing with, even if what we're dealing with isn't magical, it exists, and it has existed. Even the most far-fetched myths and urban legends have some basis in reality, and piecing those facts together is way better than going out there with nothing. Plus, I know that if I didn't grab them, Stella would already be out there getting them herself. Guilty as charged. Thanks, Kanika. Hey there, strangers! And literal stranger? Yeah, chat. Boiled peanuts! I need a boiled peanut emote so bad. I need one. Offer him your boiled peanuts. You extend your bag of peanuts to the librarian in a gesture of friendship and good faith. I don't know what to say. Is this a gift? I'm allergic to peanuts. Not serious allergic, but they give me a rash. He's your favorite? I have a feeling there will be another one that's your favorite. I'm gonna be real honest. We haven't met him yet. Yeah, Kanika's a skeptic, I know, right? Hey Oscar, this is HulkingEnigma. You know Tabby's cousin? Oh, I should have known you were a Scarlet. You look so much like Vivian. Not that I knew her very well. I was still a little kid when she left. But that Scarlet resemblance is, strong. I want to know what we look like. I don't think there is an actual, like, avatar for us, because we can be a guy, like, we can be a guy or a girl. in the beginning you can pick. So I don't think that's an actual thing, but I want to know what we look like. What's it? All right, we'll stay with all the boiled peanuts. So in the very beginning of the game, you meet this guy, and he's like a complete tool bag, but he offers you a bag of boiled peanuts. And and you can like say you can like deny them, you can take them, you can eat them, and I just took them. And ever since then, every time we meet somebody new, it gives us the option to offer them boiled peanuts. And so like I offered Gretchen and Stella boiled peanuts. I offered her and her mother boiled peanuts. I've offered every single person boiled peanuts. And it is like an ongoing joke now that I'm going to do it for everyone because the game gives me that option. I even offered a cat and a possum boiled peanuts. And like, I really hope there's an achievement for offering boiled peanuts to everybody in this game. I really, really hope there is. I am Oscar Gutierrez, chief librarian and only librarian. Oscar's amazing. He practically built this library from scratch. Yeah, I'm a little jealous of what the kids around here get to grow up with. They don't know how good they have it. They sound bland as heck. I've never had boiled peanuts. I don't really care for them, but apparently they're really good. Like, there was literally some at a pumpkin patch thing I went to the other day, and people were buying and eating them up. Back when I was in elementary school, all the library had was a couple of shelvings of boring books donated by old people. Y'all are too kind. But speaking of kids, have either of you seen Rosalina? Around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my text, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. You know, the crowd she hangs around with. They're good kids at heart. I'm sure they're just up at the old Maxwell place doing teen stuff. Like holding hands. Ugh. I went up there plenty of times in my day, but I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled. Oh, oh, dang, Mona. Like I said, though, I think this is another character you'll like much better. I've not met him yet in the game, but I've seen later. Dasan, you have a good one. I've saw a picture. Kids are smarter than you think. She can take care of herself. You might not want to let her run off like that anymore, though. It's not safe as it usually is around here. Is that so? Kanika's right. There's some weird stuff going on out in the woods. That's actually why we came in today. Have you ever heard of the creature called ditchlings? They apparently show up around places on the brink of disaster, and they kind of look like if Pillsbury Doughboy was a creepypasta. Kanika's mom told us about them last night after seeing some footage we got in the woods. Ditchlings? Doesn't ring a bell. Dang, worth a shot. Okay, if you were to say... Also, that's hilarious. If you were to say you were trying to predict a horrible disaster that would befall in our town, where would you start looking? The mine or the Scarlet Mansion? Well, they say history repeats itself, so I'd probably try to figure out what sort of disaster this region typically falls prey to. Should I be worried about something? I don't know yet. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go nap some more books. Behave well while I'm gone, Gretchen. Oh, you don't have to worry about her, Stella. You're such a good dog, aren't you, Gretchen? Here, have a biscuit, old gal. Well, ain't you the sweetest thing on two legs? Gretchen inhales the soft biscuit, drool leaking from her toothless mouth as she swallows it whole. There you go, chat. There you go. There you go. I'm pretty sure Stella's barking up the wrong tree, Oscar. I don't think you have anything to worry about any horrible calamity befalling the town. But she's right about the weird stuff. There's definitely something unusual going on out in those woods. Look, you say that, Eric, but I have gray hair. Like, no joke. I have a lot of gray hair. You can't see it, but like right here, if you looked up close, oh man, my hair's going gray. My dad's hair went gray when he was in his 20s. Not even fair, man. Not even fair. I don't believe such stuff, but the woods aren't safe. A man's already dead. Something we can't get to the bottom of. Whatever's out in the woods has been brutalizing the local wildlife. Get out while you still can. Nothing we can't get to the bottom of. I'm going to try calling Rosalina again. Your hair was gray since you were 12? Man, there you go. There you go. I'm sure she's fine, really. Rosalina's a smart kid. She knows better than go around getting into trouble. And we'll make sure to keep our eyes peeled. HulkingEnigma, if you see a 13-year-old girl with black braid and glasses, would you let her know her dad is worried about her? I will. I will. Eric, how many kids you got? What are their ages? We'll see. Play the game. Who has more kids? We'll play that game because I got some kids too. Um, got him. Just grabbed a whole mess of local history books. Stella sets a massive pile of books on the table and pulls up a chair. All right. This is going to be so much faster with the two of you here to help out. Got our snacks, got our books. Let's get this research party started. Reading awaits. What do you think this is, chat, by the way? What is this? Like, anybody recognize what that is? That's a bat, but that's like a weird fox thing. Flip through the veins of Scarlet, history of the Scarlet Hollow coal mines, flip through the South Scarlet and the Woodsman Leader, the Appalachian folk monsters, readings for suckers. 2, 10, and 8. Okay, so I have 3 as well. I have one is 7, 5, and 1. So that's mine. That is mine. Let's read all of them, I guess. Forced into retirement at age 50 due to a war injury from his time in the Indian Wars. Exasperated by the short stint serving as captain in the Confederacy, Silas Scarlet also lost his eldest 2 sons to that bloodiest of wars, leaving his third eldest son, Andrew Jackson Scarlet, take care of the mines. Sorry, 2 kids, 10 and 8 years. Oh, I misread that. Oh, I misread that completely. Oh, okay. Good lord. Okay. I understand. Then I have you beat. I win. I have 1 extra one. And 7 freaking baby fish now, chat. I woke up this morning with 7 baby fish swimming around our tank that we didn't even know one of the dumb things was pregnant. Ugh. Good lord. Under his leadership, the mine prospered undoubtedly, in part to the growth of the railroad industry. And I guarantee you, I researched it. The type of fish normally has 20 to 50, like, babies at a time. So most of them were eaten, but I saved 7 of them. So, and now that I know that, like, there's a chance for this to happen again, I'll try to save the rest when it happens. Sell them on eBay. I managed to evade the coal union. I managed to get the coal union for decades, making them one of the most profitable mines in the country. Andrew Scarlet built the surrounding town into what it is today, with expensive stone buildings, a bustling main street, and overseeing it all. The elegant Scarlet estate that was, until 1985, the largest and finest feat of architecture in the region. Culminating in the tragic collapse of 1918. So that's one thing, right? That's one tragedy, right? Yes. I used to have, I mean, I probably said that like a year ago before he was born. But yeah, 2 girls. Free fish food, you're not wrong, Eric. you're not wrong. Like, a lot of the fish ate the babies. Like, they did. They ate them. It was found that Charles Shaw, the coal manager of the mine, had loosened security measures to increase production during World War I, resulting in a fatal collapse and the deaths of over 160 men and boys, some as young as 10. I wonder if that's one of the things that could happen. The casualties included Andrew Jackson's Scarlet's son, Theodore, his brother Enoch V. Scarlet, who had taken over for the aging father during the bustle of the war, managed to pull the mines from the brink of ruins, thereby saving the town. So this is how your family made its fortune. Flip through the Silas Scarlet, soldier, woodsman, leader. This seems fishy. The whole thing about the mine, yes. I am curious about that. Silas Everett Scarlet was born to Colonel Everett J. Scarlet in 1818, one of 12 siblings. He grew up in eastern North Carolina during the tumultuous time in the state's history, and not much is known about his life before he joined the army in 1836. He quickly rose through the ranks, in part due to his father's connections, but also due to a particular ruthlessness, for which he received the nickname Bloody Silas Scarlet. The federal government granted the now Captain Silas a tract of bounty land in exchange for his service in the Indian War. And he settled into the hills of North Carolina in 1841. That land would become Scarlet Hollow. But it started as a simple log cabin built by Silas, owned 2 hands, occupied by his family of 10. Holy crap. Silas, his wife Mary Joseph Scarlett, and their 8 children. Logging business brought many workers and fellow landowners to the hills, but it wasn't until Silas discovered the rich seams of coal running underneath the entire region that Scarlet Hollow was really put on the map. He saved what he could and bought the surrounding hillside at a great discount, cleverly hiding what he knew about the land's true value. Thus, he had all the resources to found Scarlet Hollow's now famous coal mine. You're finished with this one. Interesting. Interesting. A few entries catch your eye. The Wampus Cat, Tommy Knockers, Tally-Po. Let's read them all. And there's a Wampus Cat. This is Kage's evil twin. Often linked to Cherokee legends, some cite the Wampus Cat as originating with the story of a woman who sought vengeance against a monstrous cat demon for driving her husband mad. She hunted it down and by wearing a bobcat mask tricked it into using its own vile magic on itself, freeing the people from their region from its evil. Others say the creature comes from the story of a woman who wore the pelt of a wild cat to witness forbidden hunting rites. The hunters of her village gathered to perform the rites, and she watched in secret from underneath the cat's pelt, but was soon discovered. For her indiscretion, she was fused with the pelt and transformed into a creature that was neither human nor cat, forced to wander the wilderness alone, feared by all. Her calls are those of great sadness and serve as a warning to anyone who dares goes against tradition. Let's do Tommy Knockers. Tommy Knockers originated in Cornish mythology, spreading to the United States when Cornish immigrants began working in the Appalachian mines. They're named for the knocking that can be heard from seemingly within the walls before a cave-in. According to some, the knocking serves as benevolent warning. Others believe that the creatures take stolen hammers to support them to supports of mines and collapse them on whoever is unfortunate enough to still be inside. They are traditionally thought to be impish, leprechaun-like beings, but some claim they are spirits of dead miners, forever cursed to haunt their final resting place. This one might be important, since it's about the mine. There was a hunter who lived in a tiny cabin in the middle of the woods, all alone with his hunting dog. One night, after a particularly bad week of hunting, both their stomachs empty, the hunter spied something out of the corner of his eye. Some small creature had gotten into the cabin through a hole, and before he could even figure out what it was, he'd drawn his gun and fired at the thing, his hunger guiding his actions. But it was quick, and ran back through its hidey hole out of sight, leaving only its black tail shot off by the hunter's rifle. Guess what's left to do, he said to his dog, and he threw the tail into a pot to cook a soup. He and his dog ate well that night, the tail filling them both up. The hunter crawled into bed satisfied, and his dog curled up at his feet. He woke to the sound of long nails scrabbling across wood. His dog was nowhere in sight, only a rumpled spot of covers where he'd been, and in the gloom he saw 2 big yellow eyes staring right at him. "I want my Tally-Po," a high, hoarse voice croaked from the darkness. "Go away," he screamed at the thing. But it stepped closer to him, still shrouded in darkness, the sounds of long claws dragging across hardwood accompanying its movements. "I want my Tally-Po," the creature growled again. "I'll get my dog after you," the hunter squeaked, his voice catching in his throat with fear, but there was no dog to be seen. "I want my Tally-Po!" Before the hunter could so much scream, the creature leapt from the darkness, long claws stretched out towards the hunter. No one is sure what the creature did to him that night, but the next morning, all that remained of the hunter, his dog, and his cabin was a chimney standing alone in the woods. You're done. Okay, well that's weird. That's a weird one. It's Mr. Poe now? Yeah. You close the book and put it back down. I think I'm all done. Let's check in. Later, Nate. You have a great one. Thanks for hanging out. All right, if we're going with Kanika's mom, what she told us last night, I think we can rule out any natural disasters as what brought the ditchlings here, but not nuclear incidents. Looks like our state has a history of those. What about y'all? Find anything? Before you can respond, a handsome black cat leaps onto the table. Almost on instinct, Stella slams her book shut. Aw, hey Pixel. You might want to close your book. He loves to rip up any paper he can find. I know Kage's back. Says this is well it's not the same Kage, but it's a new Kage. Pixel, my dear friend, it's been too long. How have you been? Hungry. Did Stella bring the good stuff? Don't worry, little guy. I didn't forget your treats. Oh yeah, snack time. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Sorry if Pixel's bothering y'all. I hope he hasn't gobbled up any of our books. He can't stand the thought of that people might pay attention to anything that isn't him. Hey, Pixel. What do you think about the monsters we saw in the woods? I'm an indoor cat. I know nothing about no woods. I just hang out in the library, especially now that our house is haunted. Oh, interesting. Pixel just says your house is haunted. What's up with that? Haunted? Wait, Pixel said? So it's true then? Yes, at least I think it is. There isn't any other explanation. HulkingEnigma is either psychic or he can talk to animals. It's a long story. No comment. We've been living at the library for a little bit. Shoot. I missed something. It's been great. Way more snacks, way more scritches. Or scratches. My bad. Except sometimes there's too much scratches. Hold up, what kind of haunting are we talking about here? Unexplained noises? Objects appearing in strange, unfamiliar places? Aw, Oscar, don't get her hopes up like that. Ah, nothing like that, sorry. The floor in Rosalina's bed just keeps seeping blood, and I've seen a strange figure in the hallway a couple of times. Wait, you've seen a full-body apparition? Can I see it? Stella, how many times have you gone on ghost hunts and been tricked by shadows? You know what it's going to be. What if it's an actual ghost? It's totally a ghost. Let's go bust it. Let's go. Y'all are more than welcome to check it out. Maybe tomorrow night? Yes, we'll be there. Yeah, sounds like a fun way to spend an evening. Can't wait to get spooked by some creaky floorboards. Why do you let a paper shredder freely wander the library? Why don't you mind your own business? Have you seen this little guy's face? How could I say no to that? He looks pissed, chat. He looks pissed. Leave Pixel be. You decided to leave Pixel be. The cat curls up on the table, fast asleep. Pixel is not a fan. No, not even a little bit. Alright, I better get back to shelving. Let me know if y'all need anything. Any luck with Rosalina? Ooh. Do you think there's a cult here? What were you saying about nuclear incidents? Talk about the veins. There's so many things. We'll probably do as many of these as we can. Any luck with Rosalina? Not yet. I knew a teen would be a handful, but I didn't think it'd happen overnight. I'll probably head out once you're all done and check in with her usual haunts. No way. Are you serious already? Mona, you mad lad. This is amazing! Ma, this is amazing! Hold on. Chat. Wait till you see this. Wait till you see this. Image. Oh, well, I can just pull it up on here. Chat. Are you ready? There it is. And if you are on the short stream, I apparently can't unhide that. Oh, there it is. Unhide. There it is, chat. Look how amazing that is. Look how this sucker's become an emote right away. Right away. After stream, it's become an emote. That is freaking amazing. Thank you, Mona. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Stella, what were you saying about nuclear incidents? Then we get back to the game. Look at the over the shoulder. Yeah, I saw that. That was no. You're talking Mona. Mona, I hope you saw that. If not, go back a little bit. Incidents. Blah blah blah. You were talking about that Goldsboro thing, right? Haha, yeah. Apparently, in the '60s, a B-52 carrying a live warhead broke up midair and dropped a couple of bombs. Fascinating bit of history there. The first of the two bombs landed upright after its parachute got caught in a tree. Thankfully, it didn't go off. At the time, the government claimed that the bomb was unarmed, but it later came out that the only thing preventing a detonation was a single electrical switch which failed the trigger on the descent. And 60 years later, the second bomb still hasn't been recovered. Right. It's convenient explosive disintegration... Oh, wait. It's conventional explosive disintegration in midair. Most of the nuclear material was made unrecoverable by flooding. If I remember correctly, they just buried it and sealed it up. I am so sorry. Did you say buried it? Do y'all need something dug up? Because if so, I'm your gal. I don't think disarming nuclear bombs is part of our skill set. So the nuke made the ditchlings. If the bomb is somewhere else, why would somebody just be here? Let's do that one. Absolutely not. Also, Goldsboro is almost 400 miles from here, so I think we're good. I'm just saying, you never know with radiation. We actually know quite a bit. It just melts you. It doesn't make monsters, and 60 years old bomb isn't going to explode on its own hundreds of miles away and kill us here. You never know. There could always be an underground society of bomb-worshipping mutants and we're just waiting to blow it up. I've missed this. Do you think there's a cult here? You lean and whisper quietly to Stella and Kanika. Do you guys think like there's like a cult here? Those cops are obviously suspicious, almost like they're trying to cover something up. Maybe the Jinx were actually nudists doing some sort of weird ritual. Maybe the Jinx were like summoned. A lot of folks are tense and closed off. Let's do the cop one. They were really suspicious last night. Really weird combination of being dismissive and trying to pin things on me. I don't know. It just feels like a cover-up. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I'm not sure they really have it in them to be a part of a cult. Definitely. I don't think they're capable of putting in the effort. A nudist? Weird ritual? Count me in. Sounds like a party. So, about the coal mines here. Kanika visibly shudders. I get cold sweats just thinking about being in a place like that. I feel for the guys who work up there. I could never. Speak for yourself. I love a good crevasse. What happened after the mine collapsed? A union-busting mine collapsed from poor working conditions. Color me shocked. The book kind of just glosses over that. There was a union for a little bit, but it didn't last. There's not a whole lot of written about the past century here. Yeah, the Scarlet Hollow's mine isn't exactly the most ethically run business. I'm sure Tabby runs the mines better than Charles Shaw did. Still, hasn't let the union in, though. There's a reason she and I don't talk. Oh, there's a reason she and I don't talk. Y'all think Oscar's suspicious right now? I think he probably knows more than he's letting on. I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff going on with some of the people in the town. You guys seem to have a... Okay, let's do this one. Bone picker Charles Shaw. That's what happens when someone directly causes a monumental disaster, especially in a small town like this. People tend to spit when they hear your name. Probably Eric. I mean, I feel like that's exactly what that's there for. He had to run out of town on a rail, you know. And that's not a figure of speech. Back then, they actually tied you to a rail and ran... Oh, that explains the painting. And ran you out of town. There's a big mural over on the far wall. He got off easy, if you ask me. Maybe the things are foretelling another collapse, which is coming from the mines. What if there's something toxic in the mines poisoning the town? Wayne seems sick. I'm not sure that it tie in, but the mines seem important. The whole town is built around them. Let's do this one. Yeesh, that's morbid. And besides, it was all Charles Shaw's fault. The labor market is way more strict now. There's no way you could get away with kind of safety cutbacks he pulled. Writing it down in the list of potential disasters. Y'all don't actually think the mine is about to collapse, right? Haha, no, I don't think so. Whew, had me worried there for a second. I'd hate to give Tabitha any credit, but the mine is safer now than it was back then. Still, what a horrible thought. You never know. Talk about Silas. Guess he was part of a different time. Who knows what future will think when they look back on us. I don't know. Kind of like Mothman. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too. Let's do that one. Sure, but the dude was still a monster. Sorry you're related to him. Do you think the Digimons are here for retribution? This town is stuck in the past, built on atrocities. It's already practically collapsing on itself, no offense. He seems like a terrible person, but I don't see what that's to do with bad omens or creatures in the woods. What up, Mr. Weenus? How you doing? Silas seems like a terrible person, but I don't see what that has to do with bad omens or creatures in the woods. I agree. We're talking about ancient history here. Yeah, we probably have better leads. It never hurt to have historical context. Let's talk about this one. Kind of that mountain lion, the Tommyknockers. You think Wayne is a Tommyknocker? Let's do this one. My mom used to tell me the Talipo story back when I was little. I can't believe I forgot that one. It scared me so bad I didn't eat soup for years. I thought a monster might try and dig it out of my stomach if I did. I love that one. There's an old chimney in the woods that I used to think was the chimney from the Talipo. The one that was left after the thing did whatever it did. Now I know that's just the chimneys don't burn down and wooden houses do. What does it mean? That doesn't mean it's not the chimney from Talipo. I've camped out there a couple times and seen some pretty spooky stuff. Yeah, I watched that video. You saw raccoons. You're gonna get rabies one of these days, chasing after wildlife like that. What can I say? I like to live on the edge. Wampus Cat sounds like they could be mountain lions. Wampus Cats kind of sound like they'd be mountain lions. Voice like a woman crying out somewhere between a person size and cat size. Definitely, they are 100% mountain lions. Kanika, you know there are no mountain lions up here. I thought you were supposed to be a skeptic. Oh, Stella, one of these days you'll trust us. Oh, that was Gretchen, whoops. But the myths are old, right? Mountain lions didn't go extinct in the Appalachians that long ago. Those legends just haven't died off yet. Almost every cryptid can be tracked down to either a hoax or someone getting confused about a perfectly normal animal, sometimes both. Bigfoot, for instance, started as a prank. Then folks saw bears walking around on their hind legs and got freaked out, and now here we are. You'll eat those words when I get the first clear footage of Bigfoot. If you manage that, I'll print out a piece of paper that says Bigfoot isn't real, and I literally eat it, I promise. I'm holding you to it. Do you think that these things are Tommyknockers? True, that's true, Mona. What with the whole warning thing? Good thought, but Tommyknockers live in mines. That's like their whole thing. I'm gonna write it down, though. Tommyknockers are literally just the sounds that happen when a bunch of rocks and wood are about to collapse. Are they? Or are they sounds of mysterious creatures pounding on the rocks and support beams with hammers to cause the collapse? There's simply no way to know. Let's move on. What's up with the game? Your stream's lagging? If you're on your phone, try closing the app out. So pretty much, we had an aunt die, so we came to this town to like go to the funeral. And while here, like the art's amazing. It's the same people who made Slay the Princess. Pretty much while we're here, a bunch of weird stuff starts happening. We meet Stella, who's the best, and we go with her and into the woods. And there's a bunch of really crazy monsters, and that dude gets his head blown off, which is this dude. And now we're trying to figure out who the monster is. Oh please, you know what I mean. You know exactly what I mean, punk. But yeah. So this game has like a bunch of branching paths, and we're going down the path with Stella because she's the best. Do you think Wayne factors into any of this? That creep who keeps coming on my mom's tea room? He snuck up on us last night and called out HulkingEnigma by name. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with him. Maybe he's sick. Maybe that has something to do with what you saw in the woods. I don't know. I'd buy it. We should check the mines. I think we should head back to the woods. Oh, this is gotta be important. What should we do, chat? Mines, woods, Rosalina? What do you think, chat? What do you think? I would kind of think go back to the woods. That's my first thing. We crave the mines. You go to the mines. Rosalina, we have... Rosalina's a teenager. She's the daughter of this guy. And she's like... He doesn't know where she is right now. We do crave the mines. We're going to end up in the mines eventually, right? And we did save. We could go to the mines finally and see our cousin who hates us. Let's see. Been 1 year? Heck to the yeah! 1 year, that's awesome. That's super awesome. We could find treasure? That's true. Let's do it. Let's go to the mines. We should check out the mines. Between Wayne, the old collapse, and the fact that the whole town is practically built around them, it seems like the smartest place to start. Good idea. There's an awful lot of mine-related stuff in the notes. We can poke around to find out if anyone's seen anything weird. Just to clarify, the two of you suggested we go to some question the miners, right? We are not poking around the unprepared... Oh, wait, excuse me. We are not poking around unprepared in the actual mines, right? Right. Yeah, totally, 100%. I would never. We don't even have a good reason to go down there. Good. Let's keep it that way. You know how I feel about mines. I promise, Neeks. We're just going to ask some questions of the miners. And if that question gives us a good reason to poke around, say, a cool abandoned coal mine, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. You can cross that bridge when you come to it. I am not going underground. I'm just messing with you. We'll stick to the surface. Yeah, and hopefully we can find out what happened to Wayne while we're at it. Maybe Tabitha can help us. Hopefully this will mean I get a chance to know Tabitha a little better. I'm sure Tabitha's going to love that we're snooping around. Let's try to stay under the radar. Let's try to stay under the radar. On the radar. I'm already in hot water enough with Tabitha as it is. That sounds like a good idea. We'll be super sneaky, I promise. I can even keep a lookout. You want to kidnap some people? Yes, Batman! That's right! We're going to see Batman! Okay, see you again in a second, Mr. Weenus. Look at us, going out on a caper together. I missed this. I missed it too. Though there is something missing. Reese! I really miss that dude. I can't believe how long it's been. Have you seen him lately? Nope. I tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick. I didn't realize this was getting bad. That poor guy. You know, we could just pop over and surprise him. He seemed excited to meet HulkingEnigma. Maybe we'll finally get him to leave his little cave. Hell yeah, let's do it. See ya, Oscar. We'll let you know if we run into Rosalina. Thanks, guys. I'll keep y'all posted. Spend some time in the library on Tuesday. Okay. Reese's home sits at the edge of the forest wall, an isolated buffer cushioning the rest of the town from unending wilderness. Reese, it's Stella. I brought some buddies too. Shh, not so loud. He's still sleeping. Can I help you with something? The woman in the doorway stares directly into your eyes. You can practically feel her simmering irritation washing over you. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing's straining us, we promise. I'm not going to wake him. If he's sleeping, he probably needs it. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now anyways. Oh no, poor Reese. It's just been so long since Eva's gotten a good chance to hang out with him. I'm sure he and HulkingEnigma will get along super well as well. Welcome back, Mr. Weenus. Oh, chat, here it is. Offer you her your boiled peanuts. Here it is, chat. The boiled peanuts, chat. You haul out your pungent bag of peanuts. Maybe you can bribe Reese's mom into letting him hang out with you. He can't eat peanuts. Reese's mom turns back to the house sighing. Sorry, I know that was a little rude. You just want to hang out with Reese, and he misses both of you, too. He usually is feeling his best around mid-afternoon. Why don't you come over tomorrow? We can have some supper, and y'all can hang out for a bit. I don't promise that he'll be perky, but I'm sure it'll brighten his spirits to see you two again. And I suppose you can come too, HulkEnigma. That would be great. I can bring a side dish. Maybe deviled eggs? Does he still eat those? What up, Riley? No. Eggs are a little much for him. They don't settle well. You can leave the cooking to me. I know what he can handle. Okay, I'll bring soda then. That's not... Okay, yes, fine. You can bring soda. Nothing with caffeine. Ginger ale, preferably. Riley's... yeah, exactly. Why not, Eric? Why not? We don't know what kind of sickness he has. I mean, maybe deviled eggs would heal him. And Riley's stuck here forever now, chat. Oh, and leave the dog at home. She might cheer him up. You know they have those therapy dogs in the hospital. No dogs. Why, I never. The absolute gall. Thanks so much, Dr. Kelly. We'll stop bothering you now. See you later. You know, talking about Batman. I know that's just a bat, not necessarily Batman, but that's really funny. Dr. Kelly nods in acknowledgement and quickly shuts the door. The sound of several lockings click into place that can be heard from within. Ooh, there's something sketchy going on with Reese. Something weird's going on with Reese. I'm just calling it now. Something really weird's going on with Reese. That one makes me so nervous. She used to be so nice when we were kids. Anyways, we had the best stickers when we had the best stickers when we had to get our shots. Maybe she is stressed out about Reese. Or maybe she's just nice to kids. Either way, I guess it's just the three of us. You gonna drive? Yeah, sorry. I don't like the thoughts of going up there without the van. Cool. I'll take my shortcut then. It shouldn't take long for me to get there. You're welcome to tag along, HulkEnigma. Don't worry. I won't be offended if you ever ride with Kanika. I'm sure you're probably sick of the woods. Either way works for me. Okay, so this is obviously a obviously like going down one of their paths. So it looks like she is in fact a character that you can like get close to. Interesting. It's a pug. This is Gretchen. Gretchen the pug. Look into her soul, chat. Look into her soul. We're gonna obviously walk with Stella. But let's ask this. Yeah, Eric, I'm not letting her walk alone. I'm absolutely going with her. Like that is I agree. I think something bad would happen to her if you let her walk in the woods alone. But let's ask this first. What's actually with you and cars? The mindset gotta be way off, right? Don't worry about HulkEnigma. There's a lot of junk in the back of my van. It gets a little tight with more than 2 people. I think her parents died in a car crash. I definitely do. Walk with Scylla to the mines. Yeah, that is a key factor. That is definitely a key factor. Can we see any of them? We can't see any of them yet. I bet that's going to be a major decision. I'll walk with Stella. We'll meet you there. You feel bad for that poor dog? Gretchen loves walking. What are you talking about? The woods are calm and serene compared to last night, though you can't help but feel that danger lurks just beyond the trees. Hey, thanks for coming along with us. With Gretchen and me, I mean. Exactly, Eric. So, and her parents are dead. We know that. We know her parents are dead. So I'm just... Chat, do you see it? Do you see it, chat? Do you see this? What is this? What is this, chat? You have the dog. We already saved the dog once, Mr. Weenus. The dog could have died, chapter 1, but we saved the dog. A man got his head blown off, but we saved the dog. I hope I haven't seemed too cold about everything that happened last night. The truth is, I'm barely keeping myself together. I just don't know how to let it out. Duke died out there last night, and I can't stop thinking that something might have been my fault. If only I didn't drag you along to the woods. If only I did anything when everything went sideways. She didn't do anything wrong. I just wish she could understand that. She's such a good girl. Stella pauses, searching for what to say. It's like there's this guilt boiling under my skin, but the only way I can process what happened is by turning off the part of me that feels things. When I'm when I'm around other people, it's like I think of Duke dying, and it's just a thing that happened. Like it's a part of just a part of another video. Because if I actually admit to the other people that I feel something, then I'll have to admit to myself that what happened is my fault. Of course, it's not your fault. I don't know how to break this to you, but if you didn't hesitate last night, okay. Nope, not saying that. You were cool and collected this morning. What happened? What happened? Happened. Okay. Toughen up. We're gonna be this one. Of course, it's not your fault. I know. I keep expecting Gretchen to smell them or something, and like, well, or something to happen. I keep expecting it. Of course, it's not your fault. It's Gretchen's fault. It's Tabitha's fault. It's my fault. It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault. You and Gretchen have gone into the woods at night dozens of times by yourselves, and nothing like this has ever happened before. How could you have known? You don't take the gamble that the man gets the dog? Maybe. It's not something might happen. Thanks, HulkingEnigma. I think I needed to hear that. Oh, here we go. The conversation comes to a dramatic halt with you, Stella, and Gretchen all whirling around to face the source of the sound. A bird! Let me at it. I can get it. Back off, dog. This is my stick. Whoa, calm down, girl. It's just a bird. The same probably goes for the two of us. I guess we're all a little on edge. Let's hurry to the mine. It shouldn't be much farther. I expected it to be the man. I really did. Guys, what if she got kidnapped? What if she gets kidnapped by that guy if she went by herself? And because we went with her, she didn't get kidnapped. Just saying, chat. I'm just saying. Kanika casually leans against her van as you and Stella emerge from the woods. Hey! Y'all have a good walk? Yeah, it was great. I mean, not that you were missing out or anything. You didn't run into any of those creatures, did you? No? That makes sense. They're probably nocturnal. I don't know if I should feel relieved or disappointed. But we're all here. What's the plan? I guess we'll just go talk to people. I guess so. I should probably be on the lookout duty. I'm a bit of a personal non grata in the mines. Tabitha? Yeah, I might have tried sneaking in to talk to her a time or two many. And Gretchen makes it extra hard to be sneaky. What can I say? I thrive in the limelight. We're probably less likely to get caught if only one of us is snooping around down there. If one it says on lookout duty and the only one is going in, what's the third person doing? I call dibs. I love a okay, yeah. I think Street Smarts is going to help us here. Street Smarts is definitely going to help us here. I call dibs. I love to do a good sneak. You're going to do great. So the plan, you know the cheesy old rom-coms where somebody wears an earpiece on their first date? Whoa, you have some kind of surveillance set up in the back of your van? That I didn't know about? A chain fence to a mine with no sign, nothing. That's bizarre. Yeah, there's something. I wonder if I hope Tabitha's not doing anything she shouldn't be doing, but I don't know. I really don't know. What? No. I have a pair of earbuds with a really good mic. We can just do a group call. Kanika hands you a pair of earbuds. We can feed you questions if you get stuck. And Stella can give you a heads up if Tabitha's headed your way. Yeah, the music's really good. Dang, I've missed doing this sort of thing with you. You're so thorough. Ah, thanks. I do my best. I guess we should part ways and start the call, yeah? Stella and Kanika break off, leaving you alone at the entrance to the mines. Your phone buzzes. Hey, can you hear us? Try saying something. You're loud and clear. Cool. Same goes for you. Nothing to do now but enter the work site. Okay, chat. I think this is where we're going to stop for the day. I feel like this is a good stopping point. We've been going for a bit. I got a really cool video. I got 2 videos I got to edit actually now, and it's going to be good. Let's plop on back. Toy box. I'm about to end. No, hello. Toy, how you doing? Yes, I would suggest watching the first VOD, especially towards the end where like where Stella and I are in the woods and like we meet the monsters and Duke's head gets blown off. That's the craziest part. But I mean, the whole VOD's good. It's a really good game. Um, we'll chat a bit. We'll chat a bit. Did I save? I saved. Let's chatty Rito a bit. Um, but oh, it's good. You know what, chat? You know what? Actually, we're gonna do while I have y'all on. While I have y'all, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We are going to pull up YouTube Studios. Excuse me, I just burped a little bit. I apologize, chat. We're going to go to. I'm gonna cough and die. Apparently, membership. I'm gonna go to add. No. Badges, emotes. Let's upload an emoji. What can I do? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Let's do this one. Let's do that. I hope it's not too big. So I want to put it in now. We want to put our peanut. You got out of prison. I did finally get out of prison, but only slightly because the prison walls are still there. You just can't see them as much. You just can't see them much. You find people working. Hey, of course, man. I love when y'all hang out, and of course, if you're busy, you're busy. But it's definitely a lot of fun. Also, buy Shorts chat. If you're on the short stream and you want to see the rest of the stream of chilling and chatting a bit, go click on my my channel and join us there.